Today we're going to be doing half cash on Sulfur Springs with no monkey knowledge, so we're going to head there with Quincy as our hero. And to get started, we're going to place down a dart monkey right over here. We can see this little black spot, putting that dart monkey right in between that little black spot right there, and pressing play. Even if you don't get this dart monkey placement 100% correct, you're just trying to get to the second dart monkey, and then you can get Quincy down by selling both those. So the secondary dart monkey is going to go right next to it, and we're going to go ahead and turn off auto start for the time being. And you see here we're leaking down to 89, even a few less than that, totally fine. It's just because this dart monkey placement is really very particular. And then we put another dart monkey here to the right, and then down. Pressing play again. And we see these two do a really good job of just popping everything as it comes through. Even if it's a green balloon or otherwise, it's not going to be a big deal. And we're going to be putting Quincy down between rounds, so nothing really rushed there at all. Right here before the start of round 8. Sit back, relax as the dart monkeys take us through the beginning part of the game. Sell both those dart monkeys between rounds here. And what I've been doing with Quincy is just kind of putting Quincy down here. You see how Quincy is pointing like right at the area right here. You see this? I put Quincy down right about there and then back up, and we can begin. We can also turn on auto start because we're going to be able to go a little bit faster here for a bit. Quincy's going to do a really good job for us here this run. It's one of the builds I've done where Quincy has just had a really high pop count comparative to some of our other towers. Usually Quincy's just the early game starter, but here I think Quincy does some really good stuff for us in the early, mid, and late game. Quincy's going to be sharing the Alchemist buff with a monkey sub that we're going to be building, which we're going to just place up and then to the right over here. There we go. Up and then to the right. Up right there. And this we're going to get the twin guns upgrade very quickly on. We need the extra popping power. But we do get through this early game pretty quickly for half cash. I really enjoy this map a lot. Yes. There's also a lot of freedom on this map compared to Water Park, which we just got finished completing. We're going to grab the longer range here in just a moment. And at this point, we are going to put down an Alchemist just to get a little bit more popping power. $5.95 is pretty expensive for that popping power, but some of our other breakpoints for popping power are pretty expensive as well. So as soon as we get close to that $5.95 number, we're going to slow down. There it is. To the right until red, down. To the right and down. Right next to Quincy. And we're going to set this to strong so that we hit the fast moving balloons, including the leads that we're going to be a little bit afraid of. Now we come back over here and we're going to get the advanced intel. That way Quincy's not all alone on those camo balloons. But also we get this extra range here and some extra range over there, I believe. Oh, no, not really. Monkey Sub has a great range too. So it's really just about this upper area range. We're getting extra range on that as we save up for the airbro starts. And we're kind of floating a lot of money for round 28. Usually this is something I'd be nervous about, but this map has a really nice setup for building your mid-game and late-game builds. So there we go. Getting closer to that airbro starts. At which point we're going to come over here and get the larger potions and the acidic mixture dip. We can also hear that Quincy's already shooting the explosive arrows because we got Quincy down so early. Really nice. Quincy is so powerful sometimes. And we're just saving up for the Berserker Brew next. Berserker Brew is really nice when you have two high value towers here. Two of the best half cash towers in my opinion. I think they're both really excellent. Berserker Brew online, and we can see our Alchemist has popped almost 1,000 for us. That's not a small amount, even though I was kind of joking around with the earlier part of the build where it's not very cost effective. It's doing an okay job here. We're also going to get the Perishing Potions right here. And once we're done with round 40, I will show you what we're doing next. We're going to turn off the auto start after round 40. And again, if you're a little nervous on round 40 here, you can definitely use Quincy's ability to do a lot of extra damage. Nothing wrong with that. We see they're dominating that round because this is so strong with the buff. So what we do here is we are first going to put down a Wizard Monkey. That is going to go all the way up here. It's going to go up and then to the left, up and then to the left over here as much as possible, right? We're just kind of trying to make as much space in the bottom right as possible. So we're taking our time here. And the reason we're doing this is so that you're not doing this between rounds or doing it in a stressful situation or getting further into the build and realizing your placements were off. So that's why we're doing it this way, right? So we got the Wizard Monkey and the Ninja Monkey right like so. And now we can turn on the auto start again and continue on our build. We're going to get the Wall of Fire here. It's a really solid thing to have in this loop-de-loop. It does so much popping for us. Then we're going to come over here. We're going to get the Seeking Shuriken and the Caltrops. Doing really great for us here. Then we're going to get the Ninja Discipline and the Sharp Shurikens. At which point we come back over here to get the Triple Guns. Lovely damage from this now. And we have the ability to pop leads as well as Camo Vision at the front of our track, but we're going to upgrade this as well. That Intense Magic and the Monkey Sense online. These will be our late game scaling towers, but we don't need to really spend too much money on them just yet because we want to get the Stronger Stimulant over here online so that both Quincy and the Monkey Sub can do lots of damage. There are real big heavy hitters right now. But getting an extra bit of speed and popping power at the front of our map and simplifying our build was a nice benefit, I think. And there we go. Online. Next we're going to get the Flash Bomb. The stun on this is really great. Get ready to feast. And now we can come over here and start upgrading the Shimmer and the Necromancer. Shimmer online. We're also just putting that Wall of Fire up here all the time, which is pretty good too. Anything that's overly stacked is just going to come in and get trimmed a little bit there. We see the stun doing some great work there too. But when stuff gets out of there, it's pretty scary as well. So that's why we're getting the Necromancer. We see we have a really good cleanup wave right over here. So anything that's coming around, lots of extra safety there. And to get just a little bit more safety, we're going to put a Dart Monkey in the back here. We go up and then to the right. Right about there is good. Kind of in the middle of that side of the, I think it's like a hexagon. It's kind of a weird looking hexagon, but right there. Get long range and enhanced eyesight, and see we get some good coverage here. We see this part, and we see all the way around here. It's a good use of a dart monkey right there. Next we're going to get the armor piercing darts. Right before round 60, as you see. All part of the plan. And we see round 60 just getting crushed there. Good damage on everything, so we can start building the late game stuff in our build. This goes all the way to the left, and then we just kind of go all the way up. Make sure we're all the way against this left hand first, right? So left, and then we try to stay as left as possible and go up. Right there, we want the best possible placement for this because we're going to spend a lot of money on this. Upgrading it to the cluster bombs and the recursive cluster. Also does really great on the stacked Moabs on round 64 here. But we want that recursive cluster first because it's a really expensive upgrade and we don't want to be saving up for it later on in the run. There we go, it's online. And we can go ahead and put down an alchemist right next to it. Goes up until red, to the left until red, left, and then down. Just kind of get it really close there. We want to get as much track coverage as we can with this. We're going to get the acidic mixture dip and the berserker brew online. Also set this to strong when you have a moment. We're playing really fast here, I know. Berserker Brew online. Felt like it took a really long time to get that little tiny chunk of money. But that is life. We're going to come back over here and get the bigger bombs and the heavy bombs. And then we're going to get the stronger acid and the perishing potions. And we're saving up our money for the stronger stimulant on our big bomb shooter tower. I'm not sure this is really that great of a tower anymore, but it's my comfort pick for the late game on half cash. I think the bottom path ice tower might be really good as well. Stronger stimulant almost online. There we go. And from here, we're just going to save up for the sticky bomb. Need a lot of money for that sticky bomb, but it's just really good. ZOMGs are scary. Lots of stacked Moabs coming in. You could also just stop on round 80 and sell all your towers and get the Monkey Pirate if you'd like. I know that's a really popular strat, but it's not as exciting as having a build. But there's nothing wrong with it at all. I think playing it safe is always a good thing. You could even put the pirate ship back here for the time being to be safe. But now we have the sticky bomb online. We're quite happy with how things are going. And from here we can just put down a sniper monkey. Back here's fine. Get a little bit of extra vision on the track, why not? Set this to strong and get the large caliber, then you can get fast firing and even faster firing. As we get closer and closer to round 80, there's not much more we need to do here. We can take a moment to look at some pop counts. Close to 30k before round 80 starts. 57k. Not bad here on the 120k. And look, Quincy's got 42k. So I wasn't just making stuff up when I was talking about how Quincy has a very impressive pop count for half cash. One of the highest I've had for Quincy. I hope you enjoyed the build, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.